Hi, I'm Sam Portland. Welcome back to another video. You have got speed questions and I have got your answers. And the question that's come in today is, how do I structure my speed sessions? This is a question that I get over and over and over again because people just think, oh, I'll do some hamstring stretches and just run fast and that's going to help improve my speed. And unfortunately, it really doesn't. There are certain methodological requirements that we have to go through in order to develop speed. Number one, the most important thing is that speed is a skill. And if you're a team sport athlete watching this, you've probably not done a lot of speed. Even if you have, maintaining the skill of speed is so important because we have a bandwidth for error. And also, we have a bandwidth of optimal force production strategy. Speed is all about putting force into the ground really fast and moving your center of mass in the direction you want to go. So we have to respect that within our frameworks. And today I'm going to teach you the exact framework that I use that has worked over and over again. And the best thing about it, it's not necessarily about specific tactics because they can change, and different exercises because they can change with different problems that your athletes face. I'm teaching you the strategy that will work over and over again. If you get faster and faster, this will still work. So obviously every good session starts with a warm-up. And when we're in our warm-up, we are taking the muscles and preparing the body through the ranges of which we're going to start to load them. Everyone's done a warm-up before. I have linked in this video a full quick speed warm-up that you can do, simple follow along, which works with all the drills, and that's going to be super easy for you to copy and just crack on with. But we also have to understand parts of the role of the warm-up is for some individuals, and you may be watching this, you think, I've never really done a proper speed warm-up. It's going to be quite taxing because you're going to be using the body in different ways, and that is going to be your first clue to what type of speed training you need to be doing. If you can't do a basic warm-up and struggle to get through the warm-up, then the speed warm-up is the training session, and that's what's going to prepare your body most to produce speed, produce force, and become explosive on the field. And not to mention run fast, obviously. Then we use my 3-step framework that will help develop any quality of athlete and any speed quality within our athletes. It's called learn, load and execute. Really simply, it takes you, the athlete or the coach, through a very simple feedback loop. Learn, we're going to highlight a portion of, for example, acceleration. We want to learn to get into the right angles, so we need to create a condition where it could be a static wall hold, or check out my acceleration masterclass on my channel, and that's going to show you the types of exercises that we want to do. So we're going to learn to be in that position. The athlete needs time. It's very cognitive. Think about when you're playing sport, you do things really slow before you do them really fast. It's exactly the same. So we learn the skill part. Then we load that skill. We add bands, we add sleds, we add speed, whatever it is, we start to challenge it. So we can start to build the athlete. So we can start to build the system, load the force like you would in a gym, break the muscle, break the body down to load it up. And what that serves then is into the execution. That part basically says, can you do what you've learned and load in a competitive environment? So for example, I would do a front side wall hold, then I would do a loaded banded acceleration, and then I would ask the athlete to do a 10-meter acceleration. Hopefully we will then, what we've learned will transfer to what we execute. And this can be done over and over again. And it's a really simple process because it works. It really works. Transfer of training and the transfer of how we create speed is equally distributed between skill and force and the output that we can create. Because if we're not skillful, but we've got lots of output, then we won't be able to use that output to create speed. And likewise, if we're really skilled but have no force, then we're not able to move fast. So we have to work really hard constantly. Have we got an output issue or do we have a skill issue? Output issue, skill issue. And that is huge with team sport athletes, because remember, it's not the most important part of their game. It just really helps create game-changing moments. Then after we've done that, we've done those elements, learn, load, execute, we're then jumping. Jumping is a really underrated tool that you can use to develop speed. It's a bodyweight exercise, just as speed is. It's super explosive, and it really targets the regime and the rate of which we are producing force much more applicably than back squatting and heavy weights would do in the gym. So we always prioritize some form of jumping, whether it's horizontal broad jumps, vertical jumps, and different variations of those, because they're the most appropriate. Then afterwards, throwing. I'm a massive fan of med balls. They're super affordable, you can use them everywhere, and most athletes, if they're going to do a speed session, they have to go to a field separate to their facility. If you're lucky enough and you have a turf or a track in and next to your gym, then you may do something differently. But by the time we've gone through all of this sort of stuff, we're really quite tired. And if you've only got about an hour to train, then at the end of the session you can get like a heavier med ball, throw it over your head 10 times, throw it forwards 10 times, be super explosive, and start producing force a little bit slower because it's weighting you down. It's going to really feed back up the system and to develop those speed qualities. So that is how you would structure your speed session, and I encourage you to start thinking of it that way. If you like what you've seen, make sure you subscribe to the channel, where I'm going to be digging more into how we build out sessions and many more speed tips, because you deserve to run fast and you've got speed questions and I've got your answers. I'm Sam Portland. Stay tuned for the next video.